Hello, I'm Kevin Bunn. I'm a North Carolina workers' compensation lawyer. We're going to talk a few minutes today about what you need to do if you get hurt at work. So the first thing to do is to get medical treatment that you need. And your employer may direct you to a medical facility that they make use of. They may tell you to go to a doctor that you choose, but it's important to go ahead on and get the medical treatment that you need. And while you're there, be sure that you tell the doctor very, very clearly exactly how the injury occurred. Be clear about how the accident happened. Be clear about how the injury occurred. If you want to learn a little bit more about injuries by accident, you can look at that video on the website, or you can look at that language on the website where I talk about injuries by accident. The next thing you should do is to make sure that you give your employer written notice of the injury. Even if they already know about it, you should give your employer written notice of the injury as soon as you possibly can, and within 30 days, certainly, if you can do that. The way to do that is by giving them a copy of a Form 18, and you can get a copy of the Form 18 at the North Carolina Industrial Commission website, or you can call our office and we'll be glad to point you to where you can get a Form 18. You should also file notice of the injury with the North Carolina Industrial Commission. And you do that by filing that same Form 18 with the North Carolina Industrial Commission. The Industrial Commission will then make sure that your employer's insurance company gets a copy of the Form 18. Now, insurance companies don't like to receive claims that have been, where there's been medical treatment been provided for months and the accident occurred months ago. They don't like not knowing about these injuries when they occur. So make sure that you, as soon as you can, you give notice of the accident to your employer by giving them a Form 18, and you file a Form 18 with the North Carolina Industrial Commission, making sure that the Industrial Commission has a copy of that Form 18, and then they will give notice of the injury to the employer's workers' compensation insurance company. You have 2 years from the date of injury to file the claim with the Industrial Commission in injury by accident cases, but there's no reason to mess around. Go ahead on and your very first opportunity, give notice of your claim to your employer, file the claim with the North Carolina Industrial Commission, use the Form 18 for both of those. Now, the last thing I'll tell you is just a little word of caution about completing the Form 18. Again, look at the injury by accident information on the website and be sure that you've carefully described how the accident occurred. Remember that if you simply are doing your regular job in the regular way, that may be denied under North Carolina workers' compensation law. So pay attention to exactly how the accident occurred, and completely and carefully and honestly complete that Form 18 to be sure that you don't hurt yourself from the injury by accident standpoint. So that's a little bit about what to do if you get hurt on the job in North Carolina. My name again is Kevin Bunn. I'm a workers' comp lawyer. I'd be glad to talk to you about your situation. My email address and phone number are both on the website. We'd be glad to talk to you, and I look forward to hearing from you.